So one other thing that we wanted to get into, a couple weeks ago, I ventured down to New York City to see a show, and it was an interesting show, and I kind of wanted to touch on a couple little bits and pieces of it. Katatonia was the headliner. It was a co-headlining tour with Devin Townsend. Now, Devin Townsend was headlining every other date, but Katatonia was headlining New York City, which I was both happy and disappointed in, because I was really excited that Katatonia got the closing spot and would get a longer set. Plus, I don't really know that much Devin Townsend. I know bits and pieces from each album, but I didn't really know that much, so I wasn't all that excited to see him.
Yeah.
So opening the show was the band The Stolen Babies, which I have my review on the site now of their new album, Not. And I recommend everyone check them out. I don't think they're going to be a huge splash, but female lead singer playing the accordion, and it's circus metal. It reminds me of the band Unexpect, which I have reviewed a year ago now probably. It's just got this weird circus carnival vibe to every song, but she's got an amazing voice. Her name's Dominique, I think. Amazing voice. She's got great range, but what amazed me the most about her was her ability to go from clean singing to screaming and back again like it was nothing. So they were good. I enjoyed them. Some of the crowd did not. It ended up with a chant of "fuck stolen babies" later on.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Which sounds really perverted.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Fuck some stolen babies. It's like, fucking animals. After that, Paradise Lost. Now, Justin, you like Paradise Lost.
Yeah.
But as far as their music goes...
I think I went through a phase of Paradise Lost.
Yeah, but you liked their latest album. Their latest album was good. But I'm going to use a word, and I don't mean this in the bad way, but their music is boring. It's kind of, everything kind of sounds basically the same.
Yep.
But for having a boring style, they put on a good show.
Yeah.
They have like that whole like house techno vibe going in their live show, and the highlight for them was actually the song from the new album that I guess has an extended keyboard solo, and they didn't have a keyboardist on tour with them, so it was all coming from a laptop. And the lead singer comes to the front of the stage and grabs the mic while the solo's going. He's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, on keyboards," and he points to the back of the stage and says, "No one." And the whole crowd was like, "Ah, you fucking funny motherfucker." So those two get out of the way. And it's enjoyable so far.
Did the crowd like them?
Not really. They weren't that into it. They were, they were as into it as they could be.
They weren't saying "fuck you."
No, it wasn't "fuck Paradise Lost." But now it's time for Devin Townsend, and again, I'm excited because Katatonia's headlining, but at the same time, part of me was thinking, well, if Katatonia played first, I could just leave.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give them a chance. So they drop down this big white sheet behind the stage, and they're playing videos. A lot of his old videos from his older albums, like intro videos. They have Ziltoid the Omniscient, with the little sock puppet is singing songs about badgers. They're photoshopping Devin Townsend's face onto random pictures, so it's like George Bush and Devin Townsend. It's really interesting, and everyone's getting a kick out of it. And the crowd is like kind of going pretty fucking crazy for these little videos, and I'm thinking, well, wait a second. This is like a Devin Townsend crowd. These people aren't here to see Katatonia. They're here to see Devin Townsend, which seems weird to me, because every time we've seen Katatonia in New York City, the place is like fucking nuts for him.
Yeah.
He comes out on stage, the fucking ugly-ass motherfucker that he is, bald head and everything.
Yeah.
The place is going apeshit. The place, first of all, it was packed. It was at Irving Plaza. It was packed front to back. The balconies were packed. And when Devin Townsend came out, there was not a single person with their hands down. Everyone had their fists in the air. It was fucking crazy.
Were you up in the balcony?
I was up in the balcony.
Okay.
And, good view. He starts his set. Holy fuck. He set the fucking place on fire.
Yeah.
It was absolutely unreal how intense his set is. Except he's just so fucking weird. And I didn't know the names of any of the songs because I couldn't tell if the little things he was saying between songs were song titles or just random things.
Oh.
It's like he comes to the microphone. He's like, "This is the what did he say? Fuck. The self-contained, self-proclaimed Planet of the Apes." And I'm like, is the song called Planet of the Apes, or is he calling us the Planet of the Apes? I don't know. The song is in fact called Planet of the Apes. But he worked the crowd so well. He's in the middle of a song, comes to the mic, and he says, "This song is for Slash. Eat a dick, you fucking dick." And I my girlfriend's there, and I looked at him like, did he say, "This is for Slash? Eat a dick, you fucking dick"? And she's like, "That's what he said." I'm like, what the fuck was that? He talks about how he's going to give a speech about how great it is to be a nerd. And then He's like, but I promised myself I wouldn't do that. But isn't it great to be a fucking nerd? And the whole crowd's like, yeah, we're all nerds.
Oh my god.
He's just fucking crazy. And every song he played, I was banging my head to, and I was like, I need to get the set list because I need to get all of these songs, all of his albums.
So the band was good.
The band was awesome, and the stage setup was basically these 3 metal grates with lights underneath them, and the guitar player, bass player, and him each had their own little metal grate to stand on with lights coming out.
Yeah.
And he goes to play a song. He goes to play the song "Lucky Animals" from the new album, and he's like, "Oh, we're gonna play this song, and really like playing this song because this is the song where I do the stupid dance." And he's playing the song, and he's just like kicking his heels around, and he's just having so much fun. But at the same time, he's really obnoxious. Like he's like, I think I might have Tourette's from the show last night. Shit, fuck, bitch, whore, cunt. And you're like, what the fuck? So he brings out the girl from Stolen Babies. They do a song together. I don't remember the name of that song, but that was pretty cool. That's when the crowd started chanting "Fuck Stolen Babies." And he finished with a song from the new album called "Grace." Now on the new album, he has, as you noted in your review, Annika von Giersbergen. Obviously, he didn't have her at the show. So all of the female vocal parts of all the new songs were cut out. So Grace actually has like an extended female intro and midpoint end. They cut that out, so it's really just him. And he says, it's a love song. And, without the female part, really the lyrics are high road warning, Grace, love, live, laugh, learn. And that's pretty much it. So it's him just screaming those things. But the song is incredible. He goes to leave the stage. The crowd is going apeshit. And he comes back to the microphone and just in the most normal voice is like, hey guys, thanks for coming out. Have a good night. And the whole crowd's like, what? And he's like, sorry, being a dick's just part of my shtick. Have a good night. Like, what the fuck? The fuck was that? Like, he's a normal guy. He just puts on this stage persona.
Wow.
Then Katatonia came out.
Maybe the coke wore off, that's what.
Maybe, I don't know. He looks like he could be on coke, and if he's not, well, then he should make a Devin Townsend energy drink.
Yeah.
So Katatonia comes out, and much like any other time I've seen them, takes 2 songs for Jonas to, like, wake up and get into things.
Right.
They had some technical difficulties with the mic. They were good, but 2 things I had a problem with. Number 1, Devin Townsend was so good that it was almost impossible for Katatonia to match or top him. Right. And number 2, Katatonia changed their set list, and it seemed like they were catering towards a Devin Townsend crowd. They were trying to play some heavier stuff.
Oh.
Because they wanted, the Devin Townsend people to be like, oh my god, that's awesome. I've never heard Katatonia before. And it's amazing how many people standing around me were like, who's the headlining band? Katatonia? Who are they? They must be new. We're like, what the fuck? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you?
That's crazy.
But, they were good. But, Devin Townsend stole the night. And that says a lot when I'm willing to say that another band stole the show from Katatonia.
That's crazy.
But
and the fact that you weren't familiar with any of their stuff, that it still, took you by surprise like that.
But it was the perfect way for me to realize I really needed to listen to his new album.
Yeah.
So I listened to it for several hours in a long car ride, and I think it's great because it's really catchy. And Lucky Animals and Grace are still my 2 favorite songs, but the whole album just has this really weird, upbeat, just makes you kind of want to sing and dance. And Chester was actually with me, and Chester's really weird these days. We'll get into that more maybe next week or the week after, but I think it's about time we revisit with Chester because he's changed a lot.
Yeah.
But he was singing and whistling Lucky Animals. Then he bitched at me for listening to shit that was too mainstream.
Yeah, what the hell? I heard he really changed.
Yeah, you wouldn't even recognize him. He wears all black now. We'll get into it next week. I don't want to, fuck, man. So anyway, that's that.
Yep.
Go see Devin Townsend if you get a chance.
Yeah.
I guess he's doing some tour with Fear Factory and someone else. That might be Europe and Japan or whatever. But if Devin Townsend comes back around, I'll tell you right now, I'll go.
Yeah.
I would go, and it would be awesome.
I like that you're pointing at the table.
I'm pointing at the table. I would go right here to this table. You hear me clicking?
Yeah.
So anyway, that's that. Oh, you wanted to hear some reviews? Fuck you. Who the fuck are you?
Fuck that.
You don't tell us what to do.
Let's not do those anymore.
I would like to point out, though, that in case you haven't noticed, we broke 70,000 views on the site.
What?
70,000. 70000. Which is pretty amazing when you think about it.
Yeah.
So,
thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you for reading the site. Even if you don't like Justin's grammar.
Yeah.
Thank you for reading the site. I think Justin's going to start making up words now. That should be your new thing. In every review, you make up a word.
You know what? I might start doing that. Or mention Mastodon in the review somehow.
Yeah, just compare everything. They don't sound anything like Mastodon.
Yeah.
A couple last things. We haven't said this in a while. Number one, you should still be listening to Light and Darkness Radio.
Yeah.
If you're not, I don't know why you're not, but that's probably our fault. We're not doing our part.
Yeah.
Number two, you should like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Number three, I was holding up 4 fingers before. Now I'm holding up 3. Number 3, we still have some samplers left. You can go on Bandcamp, on our Bandcamp site, and you can get a sampler.
Yep.
And until October 9th, if you type in the promotional code GRUNDLE, you'll get it for half off.
Oh, shit.
So it's $3 plus shipping. Grundle. Grundle. D-L-E. G-R-U-N-D-L-E. Grundle.
Yeah.
It's actually on our Facebook, too. You can, find the code there. But so it's $3 plus shipping, so you get it for on the cheap.
Yeah, you guys should jump on that.
Jump on it.
Not literally, but...
Yeah, no, I mean, if you're going to buy 2, you could jump on one of them, but
yeah.
I suggest not jumping on either.
Yeah, listen to one.
But a lot of great bands on there, and a lot of great bands who now have new things coming out.
Yeah.
So get on it. Get yourself a copy while they last. Or you can just download the digital one for $5. Take your pick. Yep. Whatever you want to do. It's fine. Whatever you want to do. That's cool. Whatever.
I think I have to blow my nose.